Is Cindra good? No. Thanks for being here. Good night. Take it easy, everyone. Obviously, I'm kidding. That's not really going to be the stream, but I was reading Kree's comments right before I turned the stream on. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Flesh to Blood stream. Tonight, we have some action-packed. We have 3 spoilers from today that we're going to take a look at, and then we are going to spend some time talking about Cindra. I have spent some time, I would say, over the last, I don't know, couple of weeks talking about Cindra, testing Cindra, kind of like playing a little bit here and there. And it feels like there is something there for what we could be doing with Cindra right now. Now, obviously, at the top of the meta, you know, decks like Mario and Victor generally have a favored matchup into Cindra. I wouldn't say they're slam dunks by any means, but generally favored. So, you know, little give and take there. But, you know, I think there is a place in the meta for Cindra right now. That better be a short. Yo, that would actually be a great short. I didn't even think about that, but I do love that. You all may see that as a short on Thursday. That would be hilarious. We can just put that out. Oh, dude, that's so good. Dude. Yes. What would we call that one? What would we? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm a pretty big fan of doing something like that. I thought that was pretty fun. That was pretty funny, which was completely unplanned. It just kind of happened. But anyway, we do have Cindra to play tonight. We also have some spoilers. I'm not playing anybody's Cindra deck in particular. I'm going to be playing like my own build of Cindra that, you know, I've kind of been working on. I haven't really spent, I don't know. I wouldn't say I've spent like, you know, like all of my waking time practicing Cindra, but I am playing Cindra on and off. I think that Cindra is a better deck than most people realize. And I don't know, like I just work on the deck from time to time and kind of like keep my thoughts going. Bringe, Ewan, Kree, Maris, Eppermanis, Bruno, and Ahmad. What is up, guys? Thanks for being here. I gotta turn the fan on. It is already hot. As we roll back over here, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for joining me this evening for an action-packed evening. Hopefully, you know, would be cool. New Oscilio spoilers? Yo, we're about to take a look at all of the spoilers. We are about to take a look at all of the spoilers. Yo, Dave, what's up, dude? Ziggy gameplay soon? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to wait till more of the cards come out before we start doing stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can get together. We'll probably start streaming some of the new stuff pretty soon. Kree, I am happy to have you. I'm glad you guys are here. I wanted to let you guys know I have something in the works as like a layout. So our boy Rob, if anybody knows, from Second Cycle, Rob, he's a big Guardian player. Hasn't really played a lot over the last like year or two, but he does a lot of like creative design work behind the scenes. Like he did all of my tokens. He's helped a lot with layouts. He is currently helping me with some concepts for some stream layouts that we can do to maybe make things a little bit better. So I'm excited to share that with you as soon as they get finished. Rob helping us out. Also, Rob's going to be at Nats. First time I've seen him at an event in a while. So will you drop Victor for new Aurora? It depends. I'm not sure. It really depends on what the meta looks like going into like US Nationals. Because I would like to play Aurora. I love Aurora. I really like playing Aurora. She's a lot of fun. But I don't know. Victor is in a good spot in the meta. Victor has been feeling good for me lately. So I don't really have a reason to put him down right now. But you know, it's possible. It depends on how good Aurora is, I guess, is like really where I land on that. Just browning meat before it expires before I go to bed. We'll watch the stream to sleep. Well, Bruno, I appreciate you coming by and hanging out. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Yo, Ian Rose, what is going on? How are you guys? Aggro Gamers. We are aggro gaming tonight. That is right. We are living up to the name for a change this evening. And we were just talking about like Aurora versus Victor going in the Nats, right? I don't know. Like I'm kind of torn because it feels like Victor's still in a pretty good place in the meta. like, I don't really feel like I'm in this spot where I'm like, oh, Victor's back or anything like that. You know, like Filippo winning the calling felt more like Filippo winning the calling than, you know, Victor winning the calling, if that makes any sense. But regardless, I still think Victor's in a good spot. So we're going to be playing a lot of Victor. We'll see what comes up for Nationals, though. Yo, how is your Sage Armory? Ziggy is piquing a lot of people's interest. Am I going to be okay when Victor LLs? I mean, listen. I am going to be okay when Victor LLs. We are going to have a, like, 21 gun salute, like, you know, like, stream to let Victor leave in peace. Because Victor will be sent off with a badge of honor, 100%. Yo, Scott, what up, dude? How are you, buddy? Nicholas, what's going on? Hasn't Victor made very good top 20s? I think, are you asking if Victor's made a lot of top 20s? Because if you are, Victor is like putting up pretty good results. There were 2 Victors in top 8 of calling Rotterdam. There was 1 Victor in top 8 of the Pro Tour. I know Damien was 11th playing Victor, but he was playing like this like fatigue Victor style stuff. 4-0 today with the wife. Oh, yo, little Briar action, huh? Little Briar action, huh? Let's go, dude. Love to see some Sage Armories. Oh, wait. Yo, I have not watched any of the videos today. Yo, like, do you guys think we should watch the videos instead of just looking at the cards? Like, should we watch the videos and, like, take a look at the cards before we jump into Cindra games? I mean, I really like... I watched all of the spoiler videos from yesterday, like, after I got off the stream. But, you know, listen, the stream is about, like, you know, whatever makes you guys happy. So if you guys want to watch the videos, I'm totally down. I'm always down to watch the videos and have a good time. I love seeing the work that creators put in to their craft and what they're enjoying. So if you guys want to do that, I'm totally in. Steve, what's up? Dude, Scott, I am doing well. Thank you. I hope you are as well, my friend. Took me like 10 minutes to stop crying. It's beautiful. Yo, what are we about to stumble into? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let me make sure I got everything muted really quick so that there won't be any sounds coming through, and we'll get it swapped over here so that we can get the so that we can watch some of the videos. Hang on, let me change this to my headphones. Perfect. And so we'll watch some of the videos. We are going to take a look at the cards first, and then from there we are actually going to stop and like take a look at the videos. We'll watch the videos. I think it's going to be fun. Yo, you got to get ready. You got to get ready. This is going to be hype to watch them. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the spoilers. I'd like to see them. I think you guys would like to see them. So it should be a good time to look at them together. I'm also trying to like take like timestamp notes so I remember what to put in the video afterwards. I've been trying to put timestamps because there are a lot of people who watch streams afterwards, so I want everybody to be able to see them. First up is actually Scott's card. This was the first one I saw. Yo, does that picture have a mouse cursor in it? That's crazy work, bro. Flicker Reality is a blue 0-cost instant lightning illusionist aura. Hey, blue 0-cost instants have never been good in this game, right? Right?
Lizard.
Yeah. When it leaves the arena, you may banish another lightning or a permanent you control with no hollow counters on it, then return it to the arena with a hollow counter. So it's another one specifically, which is interesting. I mean, I guess it has to be. It's when this leaves the arena. So it has ward 1. So this is a 1 block with the flicker effect, like with Ziggy's hero ability. So I am noticing that Ziggy has a lot of effects that are, you know, trigger Ziggy hero ability. Like, maybe not always necessarily, like, I don't know, like a different style. Like, it's more based around, like, the hero ability, which is really interesting, what we've seen so far. Also, this is a Majestic. The fact that this is a Majestic is interesting. Yo, what's up, Trent? Gotta say that's my fault. That was me who posted Scott's spoiler. I was actually in a work call with the camera on and everything. I was so hyped for the card that I had to take a screenshot. Oh, dude, Bruno, I think Scott will forgive you. I think Scott will forgive you this one time, you know. I think you get a small pass this time around. Okay. Yeah, so Flicker Reality seems pretty good. We're going to take a look at all the spoilers and then we're going to watch the videos. So, we're going to take a look at all of the spoilers and then watch the videos. We have a red 2-cost Lightning Wizard instant aura. So, we're seeing 2 instants so far that don't have any block value. You know what that means? Cards that rhyme with Shmeekus Mink. The weakest link's going to be good, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just having a stroke. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this and deal 4 arcane damage to any target. Interesting. So it's an instant. And at the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. A 1-star falls so the constellation may rise again to guide us all. So this is about like saving Oscilio. Like this is a quote from her like sacrificing Aurora or sacrificing Starfall to save Oscilio, basically. Your action phase, destroy this and deal 4 arcane damage to any target. Interesting. It is a lightning card, which means it would trigger Volzar. This is an interesting one. I mean, it means that it works out well. Like, it's another 2-cost aura, like instant aura. Can't blast it for silliness, at least? Wait, what? What do you mean? It would have triggered old Volzar, right? Oh, no, it's at the beginning of your action phase, so you wouldn't have played it. You would have played it on the opponent's turn or a different turn and then let it go off later. That's fair. But it does work well with the defense reaction, right? So you can play the defense reaction, pay 1, and then play this. I'm really enjoying the like defense reaction and how it pairs well with the like pitch of blue. Like it almost kind of feels like the Rampart like cost curve of doing other things. Kind of like fits into this plan. Core reaction is pretty cool. I like that card a lot. Oh, Philip did not do a video. Philip just posted his on Philip did not do a video. Okay. And then, oh, this is Majin Bei's. Here we go. Majin Bei. Echo Flash is a 1-cost yellow lightning wizard instant. Deal 1 arcane damage to target hero. When this is put into your graveyard from anywhere, your hero deals 1 arcane damage to target hero. Your hero? Why your hero? This is a majestic. And it specifically states your hero. I'm wrapping around like it feels like there has to be a relevant part to your hero deals 1 arcane damage to target hero. I would have to pull up Swolio to see what he says. This is a really interesting card. Also, how are we getting 3 arcane out of this? Yellow 3 arcane. How are we getting 3 arcane out of this, Cole? I'm just curious to know like what you're thinking here. The card needs a source of damage that is targetable for stuff. Right, but like, oh, I guess this can't deal damage to somebody from the graveyard. New Oscilio, hero text, deal 1, play 1, deal 1, goes back to grave, deal 1. Oh, you know what? Now y'all have got me sweating on what Swolio says. Well, we'll come back to the Cindra deck here in just a minute. Is this the new one? Forky here? Forky? Destroy a lightning flow you control, discard a card, and create a ponder token. If an instant is discarded this way, you may play it this turn. So you discard it, deal a damage, pay 1 to play it, deal a damage. It goes to the graveyard, deal a damage. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm seeing the vision now. I'm seeing the vision now. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. It's giving us for letting me be a part of the Omens of the Third Age spoiler. That is really cool. I have to admit, like, and I don't mean this. I understand that everybody's life is different and not everybody can make videos, but I'm always like, Majin, like, for example, is someone I would love to see make a video. Like, Majin has such a, like, interesting personality, and he's so, like, well-spoken. Like, him and Nathan Crawford are the two people I think of that, like, I would love to see them make a spoiler video, because when I make one, like, it's fun and I have a great time and I always live it up, but it always, like, kind of seems like a little bit of, like, low quality, or, like, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to call my stuff low quality because it's not. I spend a lot of time on it, but I would love to see Majin do, like, a video instead of just, like, posting it on Twitter. I don't know. Is 2 cost for 3 damage good? The Ponder is good? Okay, so it's 2 cost for 3 arcane damage and a Ponder. So it's basically a 2-card 6 is how we can look at it. So I guess it's, like, quote unquote on rate is, like, the idea there, chicken. Cindra made me want to leave this channel the first time. Now it's back. 1 out of 2 2-star difficulty deck. I think you mean 1 out of 5. Flamoria. And listen, I don't know that I've ever disliked a hero so much that I stopped watching or supporting someone's content because of it. That's an interesting take. Can you, like, I don't know, if you don't want to share in the chat, that's fine, but I would be really curious to know, like, I guess, like, what you dislike so much about Cindra that makes you want to not watch me anymore. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. If this is not the content you enjoy, then you should watch it somewhere else. Like, I've never wanted to, like, push myself onto other people. I hope everybody's here and hanging out because they like my content. But I would be curious to know, like, and if you want to share in the chat, that would be great. But if you don't, like, you know, DM me on Discord if you don't mind. I'd just be curious to know, like, hearing opinions like that's kind of like a, you know, a different side of that. So I don't know. I'd be curious to hear more about that. I love the Aurora days. Me too. I love the Aurora days. The good news is that we're almost back. I like the Stabby Lady, and by extension, Zach, Ian. I appreciate that, dog. Means a lot. I appreciate you guys just hanging out and being here. Like the hero, you know, like, I hope that I'm at a point where I've established a relationship with enough of you guys that, like, even if you don't always like the hero that I'm playing, that sometimes you come back and hang out anyway. And obviously, like, you know, like, I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, Flamoria came back enough to, like, tell me that, you know, like, I do appreciate that. So I don't know, like, I would like to imagine that it's more than just the deck I'm playing is why you hang out. But sometimes it might not be true, you know? Might not be true, and that's okay. That is okay. All right, let's watch Scott's video. I really want to watch Scott's video. Here we go. Why did it open?
March 24th.
Hang on, it opened over here. Plus, I got to turn it down. I'll deafen you guys to death. All right. Hang on. Let me get rid of some of this stuff while we watch Scott's video. I don't want to take away from... I don't want to take away from the experience. Let's watch Scott's video.
March 24th, 2024. In a now long-deleted tweet, minor Magic personality Mark Nestico poses a question that goes viral within the tabletop space. I can't remember the exact wording, but it was something to the effect of, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much better or worse would your life have been if you had never played Magic the Gathering?
Wow. That's a heavy question.
Stories poured forth from across the world about lifelong partners and countless money wasted. My personal favourite of these came from infamous mountain enjoyer Patrick Sullivan, who has always had an undeniable talent for putting things back into perspective. When I was asked to reveal this card from Omens of the Third Age, it was specific moments in my life that immediately came to mind. If you Google the words Flicker reality, you'll find Reddit threads and wiki pages discussing the origins of the Flicker archetype. It's a nickname given to the act of exiling something, then immediately returning it to play. It's named as such in honor of Urza's Destiny's Flicker. There's some oddly poetic flavor text for this conversation, don't you think? It was also the headlining theme of my breakout performance at Grand Prix Birmingham, an event covered by Channel Fireball, who would grab me for a deck tech and a content feature as I made my way into the later rounds. I like to imagine that introduction played a small part in asking me for Flesh and Blood content many years down the line. If you instead focus on the reality half, you arguably get my breakout performance in Flesh and Blood instead. While I topped Balhardens and the like, most people hadn't heard of me until I reached the top 4 of a 170 player ProQuest with Iris Dracai, a deck held together by a targetable metagame and sleep deprivation. Developer Karol Roskowitz would cover my fever dream in an article, while Arsenal Pass would invite me on the show to break down the deck in detail. At the time, I was making the thumbnails for Arsenal Pass to help keep a roof over my head. I spent yesterday evening editing an article for Karol. Isn't it absurd how those strings tied together? All of this is to say, if I hadn't sleeved up those cardboard rectangles all those years ago, I wouldn't have made any of these memories. But it goes a lot deeper than that. If I hadn't fallen in love with dragging cards on playground concrete, I would never have stumbled into wider nerd culture. There would be no confused mother at the bustling tables of Comic-Con just trying to understand her son. No highs and lows of a childhood sweetheart met at the local hobby store. And I wouldn't be low-key obsessed with making the perfect tonkatsu cutlets, because I would never have made it to Japan in the first place. In honor of Nestico's original tweet, I put out a siren's call of my own, and as always, the community did not disappoint. Some of you have found your lifelong partner as a direct result of trading card games. In fact, a lot of you have found someone to love because you got schooled by someone on the other side of the table. Some of you learned how to love yourselves instead, even if it did cost you your balls. You got out of trouble thanks to a lucky brush-in with a stranger who refused to let go of their dream. Or perhaps you realized your own dreams by not giving up on what you love. Joshua Graham found both friends and his future wife despite a foreign country and a language barrier, while DM Armada has grown his family thanks to a country he visited for a world championship. Mercy Bickle kept a litter of kittens together within her fab family, while Alex found herself a new family altogether. If I had to pick a perfect answer this time, it might just be these 6 words from Ridiculous Hat. How much time do you have? So, sure, I could spend my days wondering how different my reality would be if I had never began playing TCGs. But then the camera flickers on, and the show begins. And I'm awfully glad that I will never have to.
Damn. I mean, Scott, Jesus, damn, bro. You got your boy sweating a little tear over here at 7:00 on the Tuesday night, dog. Over a damn spoiler video, bro. Scott, that was, brother, I say this as a joke regularly, but that was That was fucking cinema. That was probably the best spoiler video I have seen yet to date. That was absolutely amazing. Scott, thank you for. I know that took a long time to edit and put together, and finding clips and, getting the community involved, like, could not have been quick. So thank you. Thank you for putting that together. Wow. I'm not going to lie. It is going to be, y'all are going to be real disappointed when you watch my spoiler tomorrow after we just watched Scott's live. It is a very different mood in my spoiler video tomorrow. Oh, Scott, brother, that was awesome, dude. That was absolutely amazing. Yeah. I'll probably go back and watch that video every spoiler season. That was amazing. And the funny part is, like, the card got up on the screen and I was like, the hell with the card. Who cares about the card, dude? That was great, dude. That was amazing. All right, I feel like I missed a lot of messages here. My bad. Fab found me a family and I love them. See, I love hearing stories like that. Imagine watching a sports game. Do you want to watch your team play and see how they do, or watch another game with another team? If you're that devoted, you'll watch everything. If your time is limited, you'll be picky. No, listen, Flamoria, that makes a lot of sense, and I appreciate you sharing how you feel about that. No, like, I completely get that. I hope that even if you don't watch the stream tonight, or if I end up playing more Cindra in the future and you don't watch quite a bit, I hope that one day you come back and hang out, because I like, Scott's video talking about the community and how it makes him feel and how special his life is. Like, I spent 7 years playing Magic, and I would say through that 7 years, I made some good friends, but I still talk to one of those people, like, regularly. And even then, that's been pretty up and down. So it's been really nice to know that, like, those little rectangles do bring you closer to people who are, like, can be permanent parts of your life. And that's truly amazing. It really is. So yeah, I love that we got to have that moment. I'm glad that we got to watch Scott's video live. Fab is by far the best community I've been a part of. I would say bar none. Including the pod. I met you guys at Montreal. No, Flamoria, I didn't mean that in, like, a bad way, like you were going to leave or anything. I just meant, like, I do appreciate you supporting and watching the podcast. I will say, like, don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm friends with everybody on the team. Like, I've got to know most of them pretty well. And I feel like we all, like, get together, like, like, jive. Our personalities jive pretty well. And we're all, like, close. But man, I got to tell you, like, Sam and Taylor have kind of felt like that for me, as weird as that sounds. Doing the podcast has kind of felt like its own, like, little family. Like, I don't know, the three of us, man, like, those are Taylor and Sam are some good dudes, and I'm very grateful to have them as friends. Yo, Delph, what's up, dude? Was it so many different games gave me answers? It was lovely to see so many stories. Yeah, seeing it from across different games is awesome. I absolutely love that. I love that Delph just always yelling in caps, and Scott's gonna, like, yell right back at him in caps. I absolutely love it. Okay, let us take a look at the actual Cindra deck that we're going to be playing tonight. We have talked about some of the spoilers, and I would like to just talk about some of the games, or some of the deck that we're going to play. There are a few cards that I want to highlight and I want to talk about inside the Cindra deck that I do feel like fit pretty well into the deck, and some choices that I think a lot of other people, maybe not a lot of other people, but some people aren't playing. And so I just want to share some of that with you guys. Equipment suite is pretty standard, I would say. I am pulling a page out of the playbook from Gordon Coco. For anybody who does not know, Gordon Coco is a very, like, renowned, like, pretty well-known Cindra player. Won a calling at some point last year, I think. Pretty sure. And finished 9th at the Pro Tour, and then top 8 at the Showdown the next day playing Ira. Plays a lot of Cindra and CC. So, but I was taking a look at Gordon's list from the Pro Tour, and one thing I noticed is that he was on 3 copies of Hunt the Hunter, and he was on 1 copy of Demonstrate Devotion. Well, in my head, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like that's not the I don't know, like it just doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Demonstrate Devotion's very good. It's a 1 for 4 with go again that generates value for your deck. I don't know, like it just doesn't like it doesn't check out in my head or make a lot of sense. Now, 3 copies of Hunt the Hunter is pretty interesting. That part I don't hate by any means. But he was on 1 blue in the main deck, and we're going to be taking a page out of that playbook tonight to try it. I'm cutting down to 2 Demonstrate Devotions, and I'm cutting 2 Throw Daggers out of the deck. So I've cut 3 total cards, and we've added in 3 copies of Pain in the Backside. Pain in the Backside is one of those cards that I have been pretty reluctant at times to add to the deck. I understand it's a 0 for 3 with an on-hit effect, which is a good thing to do to push some extra damage. But also, I don't really like how this card fits into the deck. Normally, I would rather play other cards. But I think with Brandwa Cinderclaw being gone and the way that the deck has had to evolve over time, I think that this card might be a necessary evil. I'm curious to see how it feels as we play through the games tonight and we continue playing. The horse wins a calling and you play Cindra? I mean, we played Victor last night. I still love Victor. Like, Victor is like the deck that I am working on the most right now off screen, trying to like test things and work on different strategies. But I don't know. Like Victor is still like the deck that I'm playing the most of, but I like to mix it up. You know, there's not really an event that I'm practicing for other than like trying to like stay in the mental headspace of getting ready for US Nationals and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like we're trying to stay in the mental headspace of getting ready for Nat Steve. Oh, I guess I can turn back all of this stuff now that we normally do and use. But yeah, like we're just trying to play other things and keep it fresh, and I've been enjoying Cindra. Yeah, Gordon Coco. You, Cindra, come on, Bing. Oh, a link to Scott's video? I can post a link to Scott's video, that's fine. Let's see. If you are interested in watching Scott's video, I just posted that in both the YouTube and the Twitch chat so that you guys can have it. You don't have to watch it, but if you'd like to, go over there, like, subscribe, show Scott some love. We love Scott around here. Taking a look at the sideboard, there are a couple of cards that I really want to talk about before we like. I want to take a moment to talk about Cindra here in general in a minute, but I want Zuri to be good. Zuri being good would be cool. I would love that. I'm only trolling. Also, it's weird how dead competitive Fab until Nationals. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I know Rotterdam just happened this past weekend, but like I have nothing to travel for. Like, there's a skirmish on Friday and stuff like that, but like I have nothing. I don't have a lot going on right now. It's kind of weird. The first card that I want to talk about in my sideboard is Hunt to the Ends of Wraith. Hunt to the Ends of Wraith is a card that I feel like has not seen a lot of play since its release in the Hunted, but with Arakni Marionette being the most popular deck in CC by far, I feel like Hunt to the Ends of Wraith is actually a decent sideboard card. Now, I'm currently testing 3 of it in Cindra to see how it feels in the deck, but having this extra offensive 0 for 4 could allow us to, generate some fealty by marking them, hitting them one way or another through flicks or damage or whatever, but generating that extra fealty and just having offensive 0 for 4s with go again is a pretty good place to be and helps us keep tempo and just push the game plan in the way we want to go. So I'm currently trying 3 Hunt to the Ends of Wraith in the sideboard. We'll see how it feels. Yeah, aggro decks are very good into new metas. I completely agree. I could travel to Sao Paulo. I could travel to Sao Paulo. That is very Sao Paulo. That is very true. But Sao Paulo is like $1,100 and more time off of work that I don't really have. It's really good into aggro decks and really bad into fatigue. So I'm intrigued to hear you say that it's bad into fatigue, because I think that Cindra is a pretty good anti-fatigue deck, right? Like, at least it feels that way to me. The ability to use flick knives is not bad. You're like, having Authority of Atai in the sideboard with the way my deck is set up does let us play well into fatigue. So I don't know. We're going to talk about Aurora's place in the meta here in just a minute. The other sideboard card that I want to talk about is Breaking Point. Breaking Point is an excellent sideboard card for Cindra that allows you to, like have this one cost, command and conquer type effect of disruption into other aggro matchups where I think it can be very good. There are a lot of aggro decks that are not playing things like Crown of Providence into you. They're using headpieces for other things. So Breaking Point doesn't really have like a free bailout in a lot of the other aggro matchups for Crown of Providence. I think that this is good disruption. Going second, it's a block 3, so it's a pretty low floor. But I think that Breaking Point is an underutilized sideboard card that people should be looking to lean into more. We'll say 39.45 sounds good. And then I just want to talk about Cindra in general for just a minute. I think there is a real chance that Cindra has a good place in the metagame as we move towards this Omens meta with, the ability to flick, to get things off the board, whether it's ward or whatever, or, being able to race other aggro decks. Now, Arakni, Marionette, and Victor being towards the top of the metagame does mean that Cindra doesn't have exactly a free path to the top of the meta, but I do think there's a world where if the questions can be answered, can Cindra make the Arakni Marionette matchup, serviceable or at least 50-50? And can Cindra beat up on all of the heroes from the new set Omens of the Third Age? I think there's a real chance that Cindra could be a very good pick for Nationals, but only time will tell. We'll say 40-45. That seems fine. I can't wait to post that short from earlier about when we first started the stream. My man really saying la la la, Victor doesn't exist? Bro, sharp, easy now. We might be playing Victor in Nationals. You never know, Oh, yeah. So it's kind of funny because I had originally planned on being that bit right there that I was going to say being the short that I was going to, have for later in the week. But now the beginning of the stream, that's going to be the short, 110%. Bing, hit me with a confession. I'm really feeling Cindra for my Nats. Yo, let's go. Nicholas, what Nats is that? Which Nats will you be at? Surprise aggro in Prague? God, I would love to be in Prague, bro. I would love to be in Prague. It's also too expensive. Dude, would die. Carly and I both want to go to Prague so bad. But Japan, Vegas, Nationals, our trip to the Dominican Republic for a week. And Carly and I are going to an all-inclusive for a week to the Dominican Republic, and there's no PTO left on my calendar. So I can't as much as I would love to. Chile? Oh, dude, let's go. Well, best of luck, Nicholas. When is your all's Nationals? I know that the US is week 1. What week in order of that is Chile, do you know? I'm going to see you in Paris, right? I do not have any confirmation on Paris yet, but we're trying to see what we can make happen. Had some green apple rum and some coconut rum last Saturday night and bought a Marble Lyeth and a bunch of his bling. Bing, that's what I'm talking about, dude. My man, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. That definitely calls for confetti, baby. We love to see it. Victor's nice right now. I'm saying I couldn't imagine playing a deck with a bad Victor matchup in this meta. Oh, I mean, playing Cindra does have that big obstacle of 2 of the top 3 decks you are naturally unfavored into, in Victor and Mario, which is scary. Which is pretty scary. You're welcome for the beginning. Oh, dude. I mean, Cree, you created that moment. 4th of July. So it's probably week 4 or week 5? Probably week 4 if I had to guess. Nice. Well, it sounds like I'll be celebrating the weekend of the 4th and also watching Chile's Nationals. Let's just say I woke up on Sunday to a wife looking at me like I was a fool. I mean, listen, Bing, everybody has their thing, Some people get drunk and, commit atrocities beyond human comprehension. Some people get drunk and buy a life bling. I would rather be the freaking ladder, baby. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what's up. Aggro Grave. Oh, I hope they stream it too. That would be cool. I like watching as many events as I can. All right, let's jump in and let's play some games. I'm pretty sure I've already got the deck with buttons loaded up. Did I save this as a favorite earlier? Ayo. Aurora Impersonation is what we're currently calling it. actually tracking my games too in the testing log tonight. So we are ready to get some games in with the Cindra deck. Yo, did we get a Gravy Bones? Like, pack one, pick one. We get a Gravy Bones. Yo, I about said good game. Would have been awkward. They picked to go first. We want to go second. All right, so in this matchup, we're not on Amulet. My opponent has disconnected. Cool. Cool. Do we have to like refresh? Like, I don't know. Talashar's been a little spotty today. It's kind of felt like, well, I say today, but I haven't really. I was trying to like test some things. I've got some surprises coming for you guys on stream updates, like layouts and stuff. I've got a new Talashar tournament layout that I'm going to be looking to test. Probably before Vegas. Between massive atrocities and building life, playing yo, easy there, boss, easy. Or PSA, we're gonna go. No, you got Sam in the middle. We're going with Sam. I like Sam. Listen. I mean, I'm hearing you, right? Like, I feel like there could be a line between atrocities and buying life bling, but you're talking to someone who has a lot of life bling, big chillin' over here on the counter. Considering going to Vegas, flights and accommodations are around £1,000 or $1,300. I just need to find 3 more people to share the hotel room. Well, Bruno, I hope you can make it happen. That would be awesome. What are my thoughts on Flamescale Furnace? Right now, I just have it in against Prism as a way to block extra. If we play against Mario tonight, we're going to try it to see how it feels. Oh, no. I got to turn... Hang on. I got to turn this shit back off. I cannot do that. Nope. Absolutely not. I refuse to listen to those noises. Huntsman is a go second kind of matchup. Kind of funny because that 0-for-4 works really well against Huntsman too. The Hunt to the Ends of Wraith. So, no deploy... Why do all of my opponents keep disconnecting? Come on, bro. All right, are there any games I can join? It's me. I'm the opponent. Damn it. Is nobody playing Comp Classic Constructed on a random Tuesday when there's no events to practice for? Yo, that's crazy. Hit the wrong button.
Lizard.
My bad. Wrong button, guys. I am bringing... I mean, here, I'll just show you guys the Mario board really quick. Like, I don't have any problem with that. We are not on E-Strikes. We are on all 6 defense reactions. And let's see. We're on 64 cards. I board up a little bit in this matchup. We do play the Authority. I'm on the breaking points. I mean, we go up quite a few cards in this matchup. We could probably just play 67 cards in this matchup and play E-Strikes as well. But I've been trying 64 and it's felt not bad. Hey, Rose, you got to work, you know? You got to work. You got to flex those skills to pay the bills. Haha, 6-7. Dude, that joke was dead when I started doing it, which means like it's so dead at this point. It's crazy. It's crazy work. Oh, yo, Oscilio. Play me. All right, our Oscilio board is... There it is. We want to go second against Oscilio. We do want the Arcane Prevention here. We're on Shelters as a way to have some extra prevention. And we are on 2 copies of E-Strike. We're on the one of Bell. I am excited to see if we are able to get the Bell in play and how it does for us. I believe it was calling Shizuoka last year, where there was the Cindra that won was playing a one of Amulet of Echoes, and I was like, meh, but it's not bad. It's been pretty good. A drink every time Mask of Momentum triggers. Tell you what, we'll get some water going every time Mask of Momentum triggers. Freaking go. Yo, Roymar, the Boymar, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. Love to get to know more about you guys while we're hanging out. Ooh, they are on the cap of quick thinking, which means we could get blown out. Blow out. We did look at the new Oscilio card. Yes, we sure did. I think I'm going to keep the display loyalty. I am a big fan of keeping consistency pieces in this matchup, not necessarily keeping the high spike pieces. The high spike piece would have been pretty good here, but we're going to get to Arsenal Shelter from the Storm and set up a little bit. But the flavor of the set looks awesome. I still see people do it IRL. Yo. I mean, yo, Chicken, if you want to play Mario into me, that would be great. I would love some Mario practice. I mean, like I want to see, like I'm trying to like test the deck to actually see how good the deck is. All right, so we're just not flicking this turn. Are they just gonna try and like, combo me next turn? Yo, that is like actually crazy work, bro. They're giving up. Wow, we must be dead next turn. It's had varying success. I'm actually very excited to see what it feels like tonight on stream. I'm actually very excited to see what it feels like tonight on stream. Do we want to flick and give them the option? Isn't it like the 6th time we've come back to her? It's like the 6th time I'm coming back to your mom, Michael. How about that? No, I'm just kidding, dog. Yeah, I do like to come back every now and again. And just like play the deck out. Plus, like it's a deck that I have a metafy guide on, and I'm gonna level with you guys. One of the big issues that I have with purchasing metafy guides from other players is that when I do, they're not always treated as like a living guide. So I am always, to some level, playing a deck that I have made a metafy guide about and trying to keep it up to date because I want it to be a living guide for you all. Now, I understand that that's not, you know, everybody's thing, but I do think that is an area where the like we could do better in the metafy space as players. I just think we could do better in the space as players. In the metafy space anyway. Greeting a viewer like that. Yo, what? You come in hot and ready to roll and I'm greeting a viewer like that? Dog. I mean, I don't mean that to sound savage or like be rude. Like I don't mean that way. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. I just wish we as players like did a little bit better with living guides. Like I don't know. It's just something that I think about. I'd buy it if I played Victor. Thanks, Toppet. I appreciate that. But yo, we about to get juiced? Oh no, you just playing that to clear it? All right, so no way for me to use my shelter there. We're gonna try and juice him with the breaking point. We're gonna try and juice him with the breaking point. You guys know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Chris? Michael, by the way, for real, if I said something that offended you, dog, I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. My real name is Romar. I got into it through my wife because she didn't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh with me, and I've been hooked ever since. Gotta say, chili is my favorite topping, if you can even call it one. Yo, dude. Romar, first off, welcome to the channel. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're hanging out with us. And yeah, I definitely count chili, my guy. Chili, dude, like a chili cheese dog is one of my favorite things. It's like one of my favorite things to put on a hot dog. So no judgment for me, but dude, Romar, welcome to the game, man. Welcome to Flesh and Blood. We are glad you are here and glad you are hanging out with us, fam. Are you gonna give me old maske? Oh, about the mom comment? Oh, is that what I said? That's what I said to Michael. I said we're coming back to your mom. Yeah, Michael, my bad, dog. I don't know what happened there. I just like the feistiness took over, you know? That's my bad, dog. That's my bad. We have 2 big hydrates. I missed one for Bringe like 45 minutes ago, and seeing that right there made me think about that. So first off, Bringe, if you're still around, my bad, dog. My bad. We got 2 big hydrates we're gonna do. You you do. You do give me money, that is for sure, and I'm very appreciative of that, Rose. Hopefully this breaking point messes up your day. We are the nowhere generation. No counters. We'll let this happen. Oh man, I forgot to get the timestamp on when we played against Oscilio. I was too busy sulking about my opponents leaving. Big hydrate, number 1. Okay. We're cooking. We're cooking. To free Dory players from their misery? Yo, Raymond, y'all don't need to be nobody. We're not trying to free Dory players at all now, dog. We're not trying to free Dory players at all. So I mean, I would like to prevent this, but I'm scared I won't be able to get both of my daggers back. Because we have the fealty token for this. I think we can swing it. They're gonna get 2 cards here. Be ever updating God of my favorite hero. I mean, yeah, dude, listen. Damien and Thomas make great guides. You all should definitely support them. I'm also up for Miller's to go. Boo. No, come on now. Miller's is great. In other news, I rediscovered an absolute banger in the form of Army of Lovers Crucified. Ooh, I've never heard of that. I don't know that song. I'll have to look it up. Do you think Victor will be here for PT Vegas? I'm a tad worried. Yo, Romar, I got a level with you, dog. I don't know. I don't know if Victor's going to be around for PT Vegas. There's a lot of nationals. I don't know that we're going to see one for PT Vegas. Let's save this. We'll take 2. I'm going to save the shelter. Pick up the channel you can't keep in Arsenal. It makes a lot of sense. How's Cindra right now? Been enjoying Draconic Heroes after playing Fine Skirmish? I think Cindra's got a pretty decent place in the meta. I mean, you know, I wouldn't like bet the farm on that or anything. Like, obviously, we have a lot more of the meta to go that we're going to find more from as we continue to develop. But I think that this is a Channel Lightning Valley, so the breaking point's not really going to get a ton of value. Yeah, I mean, like, I think Cindra's okay. There are like 3 big questions we have to ask ourselves. Victor is like a 40-60 matchup. Victor is favored by, I would say, about 60%, unless Victor high rolls and then you just get Giga Chad rolled. But like it's probably about 40-60 for Cindra. I would say Mario is probably about 40-60 as well for Cindra. And then the other question we have to ask ourselves is, can we consistently beat the decks from Omens of the Third Age? Because those are the most likely to be popular. All right, so when this hits, we're going to gain a resource. It's going to be Ignite. Man, that Ignite off the top is insane because it lets us do all of the things. Let Dory LL to free me of her shackles? Yo, there's no shot Dory LL's before Vegas. Or before Nationals. I don't even know if it's mathematically possible for Dory to LL in that much time, right? Like, Victor, Dio, and Prism are like two of the only heroes that can mathematically LL in that much time, I'm pretty sure. There are a lot of arcane shenanigans from the new set. So I'm curious to see what that's like. They're just going to play out the CLV here, and then hopefully they're not going to blast us straight back to the Shadow Realm here. All right. We put them down to 9. No reason to do anything here. Get those back. Mask of Momentum. Actually, I think this is worth just giving this up, right? Like, not having Shelter is worth forcing them to block, I think. I was hesitant on what we would do, but seeing that they're at 4 and this forces one more card means this is worth. So we're going to get aggressive. Prism and Victor can LL. Victor has to win 2 of the 3 callings before US Nationals to LL, but it can be done. Prism can LL, I think, by winning 2 as well, 1 or 2. And then I think Dio can get there. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, dude, Hydrate every time Mask triggers. That's 1 time, right? That's 1 time. I'm totally here for this. I've also got another big Hydrate that I owe to Chris here. Oh, dude, and Sam did a big Hydrate. Yo, you're trying to drown me? Bro, he's just a boy. Like, I feel like that scene in Finding Nemo, you know, shark bait, hoo-ha-ha. That's right. Tell them, Avengers, hit that like button. All 3 could go before Nats? I got 1 billion points I need to spend? Yo, Sam said, I'm the lurker, dog. Oh, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy work. Concession incoming. There it is. Good game, my friend. I apologize. Yo, look at that. 6-7. 7, 18, 19. What was theirs? Let's take a look at theirs. I mean, I would like to tell you that I feel like this is indicative of the matchup, but they played 0 Gone Flashes and 0 Mind Warps. And I feel like those are the 2 big, like, limiting factors on what us winning this matchup looks like. Confetti! 1-0! Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. I'm curious if we get a good generic 2 for 6 Majestic this set. So are we relying on the weakest link if the heroes are good? I think the weakest link is probably going to be one of our better cards to play this set. Like, the more cards I'm seeing spoiled, the more I'm like, okay, the weakest link's going to be good. I'm already getting my copies of it out to play. I also, as Guardian players with Victor, I think there's a real world we're going back to Clash of Bravado. I know that Filippo was not on Clash of Bravado, but I think we're going to go back to 3 copies of that card with the new set. I don't know. We'll see for sure. Let's see. Up played 0 Mind Warp and 0 Gone in a Flash. We just attacked and ran them over. Breaking Point forced 2 cards 1 turn to get us good tempo, because they would have been able to draw cards and not rely on a blink that turn if they had hit earlier, but they were forced to block with 2 cards. And so when they sent the fry at us, I was able to just block with the D-React and prevent it. So it worked out pretty well for us. All right, hang on. Let's get another big Hydrate going here. Also, God, is Carly still at her board meeting? Hang on, I gotta see if Carly's still at her board meeting. Yeah, I mean, she hasn't texted me. So, like, once a month they have a board meeting at Carly's job, and you know, Carly's important at her job. Like, Carly's the controller at her job. Controller, yeah, CFO, some like money term, I don't know. Like, accountant. I call her the head accountant as a joke. And so she gets stuck at these board meetings once a month, and she's currently stuck at one. So I have a local Silly Billy player, and this is exactly the matchup. Do they see Gone in a Flash Mind Warp? Okay, I win. GG. Feels the same for Mario matchup if they see Disruption. So the thing that I've noticed, I will say, like Keenan, that stands out to me about the Mario matchup is you can live through a little bit of disruption, right? Like you can make it work. You can make some disruption work as a Cindra player, but when they start outputting like 5-card 20s, like when they do like a 5-card 20 and they take 2 cards from your hand, that's insane. That's where Mario shines in those aggro matchups that I think it's very hard to recover from, if I'm being honest. When did that game start? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Might have something here. We might be cooking. Might be cooking with some cheese now. All right, so minus 17 minutes ago from the time that we went live within the stream would be 48 minutes. So we're going to call it Oscilio. Obviously, this is just like a rough time. The idea of like why I'm getting these timestamps, by the way, for everybody at home, is because Bladesaint has a thing set up for creators where you can put in timestamps through Bladesaint. Videos are available on Bladesaint. The link you find on Bladesaint takes them straight to my YouTube channel. So I tried to update it so if you watch on YouTube, you can see timestamps of when I'm yapping versus actually playing games based off what you want to watch. Plus, they're on Bladesaint that way, so it's a win-win. Big hydrate. Maybe maybe we play Ninja next year, like at the New Year's Eve stream, you know, when we celebrate these things. And maybe we do some more maybe we do every time mask momentum triggers we drink kind of thing. That could be fun. Yeah, dude, big hydrate, dog. That's what we call it. More like board meeting, yo, so based. So based. Yes, I would actually love to play against the Mario. My opponent just disconnected, so that's perfect. Let me see. Is there a way? I'm gonna put looking for prefer. Huh. Can I pick a hero? Can I not pick a hero anymore? Oh, here we go. Let's see. Arakni Marionette. All right, Chicken, here we go. This is for you. Raymond, I'm sorry. I told Chicken we would play. Raymond, after this, play me with that Hala deck. It should be fun. All right, Chicken, jump in here. Let's do this. I need to LL Fi. Yo, I don't think I'm good enough to LL Fi. I don't know. If there's any chance if there's any hero I have a chance of getting enough LL points for it to cross the finish line, it's going to be Victor. Against Mario, we want to go second. Chicken, is this you? We are going to test the Flamescale Furnace to see how it feels. We're on 64 cards, so we can try to dodge some fatigue. We'll see how it goes. Tell me your spoiler is broken and an Aurora spec. Well, I'm definitely not going to tell you what class it is or anything like that, but I will tell you that I do think my spoiler is very powerful, and I think you guys are going to be impressed tomorrow. Like, my card's pretty good. Yo, what's up, Martin? Oh, dude, this hand's great. Let's block with the shelter and keep on going. Hog. We are the nowhere generation. I've been listening to so much Rise Against lately. Ha ha! Prank him, John. Don't buff this, please. Don't buff this, please. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh no. Oh no! How could you? We're getting cooked. Oh wait, hang on. We're gonna call it like so the spoiler tomorrow, you can expect to see that hit your page at it is 12 o'clock Eastern time. I can't wait for Taylor to tell me what your spoiler is, bro. Dude, Taylor kills me looking out here every set, bro. And this hand's fine. I was wanting it to be better, but this is fine, right? Yeah, we don't have a starter other than pitching, and I think we're better off to pitch this as opposed to arsenal it, because we can go 1, 3, 4, 5 and try to push mask here. Yeah, it's at lunchtime tomorrow. Okay, listen, I know I said that about sense weakness, and to be fair, Damien almost top-8'd the Pro Tour with 3 copies of it in his deck. So maybe, but I'm telling you, it's good. Like, trust. We need another assassin set? Mods. I'm kidding. Kind of. Oh. You need a second bandana. When you're playing aggressively, you put the red bandana. When you play defensively, you need chill control 69. Yo, I'm so in for like an alter ego headband. I actually think this would like low-key be gas. I'm totally here for this concept. All right, this is a breakpoint for Mask of Momentum. I'll execute him. Hold on. Yo, Sam's just going straight for the jugular. Tempestuous Kiss. I told everybody I told you guys, if you didn't come to the stream last night to hear what my spoiler was, it's not my fault. I told everybody that what my spoiler was, but nobody wanted to listen. I told you. Oh, dude, we gotta hydrate for Mask of Momentum. I think Breaking Point's better here. I told you guys what it was last night. It's a 0 for 6 with Go Again. No condition. On hit, you draw 2 cards and it blocks for 7. I told you guys what it was last night. Like, oh yeah, please don't actually ban Demon Hunters. They're always very nice. Yikes. What did I get out of their arsenal? A codex? Really don't like this hand. I'm trying to think about this hand. I'm trying to actually... Oh, I know her IRL? Dude, that's even funnier. Oh, on hit, discard 2 cards. That's right. Yeah, and it's a Victor spec. Yeah, for sure. Like, card's broken. You guys don't even understand. If I keep this, what does our hand do? We pitch this to Dagger. If it hits... I mean, no, this is awful. We're just blocking 6 and throwing 4, right? Like, this is the kind of hand that I feel like will cost us games. We're going to block 6 and throw 4. I don't like this hand. I don't see a better hand here. Okay, so we're marked. Yo, not the funnel web. Are you serious, bro? Come on. I mean, I think we're better off to just throw 8. I was going to Arsenal and set up, but we'll just throw 8. All I know is that they gave you an Aurora Majestic that I'm going to register for Nats. My card's pretty good. My card's pretty good. There is one thing about my card that makes me skeptical of how it fits into specific play patterns. But if we can figure that out, it's going to be very good. All right, hit me with a shelter. Juice me, daddy. I'm skeptical of there's something with the card that I'm skeptical about. But if it works, it's gonna be broken. They should give you a spoiler that wrecks Victor. Matt, I would cry. Why would we want that? I'm gonna laugh if it's overturned the results 2.0. Yo, Sam is like actually just like full trolling tonight. Dude, podcast recording is gonna go crazy tonight.
You love to see it.
Tell us your spoiler. I can't. Which is funny because, you know, Taylor just out here looking.
Lizard.
Buddha Hafat? Really hope I said that right. Thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, I got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. Love to get to know more about you. I love that you guys are guessing. I really want them to manually LL Bravo Showstopper so they can give us 40 health Bravo Flattering Showman. That would be cool. I would love to play Flavo. If aggro is doubting something about it, but it's powerful, I have a better idea. Give us Starvo New. Okay, Sam and Huntress just came to fight tonight. That's all I know. I like playing 20 questions with the spoilers. So I have to ask, if you all came for the spoiler that I did, the spoiler video I did, where we did overturn the results, and I did that like puzzle where I asked you guys questions, and over the course of like 30 or 45 minutes, I showed you pieces of it. Did you all enjoy that? Because I got the sense you all did not enjoy that. We did a live podcast. Like last October, I'm pretty sure, where Taylor just like was like, you're playing Liath at Worlds. Like, cool. No doubt. Like, yeah, we did that. The puzzle was cool. Oh, dude. Taylor, I mean, dude, are you kidding me? Taylor got the whole set from James White personally. I'm kidding. We're not starting that. It's time to run it back. Keep OBS on tonight. How about the week before Nationals? We do live podcast the week before Nationals so we can share all our thoughts. The live podcast was fun. I agree. I'm still waiting on the ninja that uses Wind Cutter and has a ton of Shuriken items in the deck. That would be cool. I would like to see that, Jake. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you guys liked it. Okay, then maybe we'll look at doing something like that again in the future then, if you guys enjoyed it. We're keeping this. No blocks. Live podcast from Nats would go crazy. Like, Thursday night live podcast before Nationals would be insane. No editing. We just leave everything in and let it happen. The fact that they get to pick is the problem. So I think we're going to do this, right? Yeah, I kind of don't want to do it this way, but I think we have to. Yo, I mean, listen, if you guys can talk Taylor into doing a podcast Thursday night before Nationals, listen, we'll do what we can to make it happen. I can't wait to hear Sam's top 10 slurs is crazy. But so based. So based. Oh, yeah, that's right. Taylor has to go to Nats in order to do that. I didn't even think about that. Sam just out here, like, torching our poor boy alive. but it's also very true. That does have to happen. That does have to happen. Taylor getting at everybody at Taylor and tell him that we need a live podcast. Yo, Darkodius, what's up, dude? I saw you in the Gage Discord earlier. I'm still trying to figure out who Taylor's friend Gage is, you know? Taylor can just show up. Oh my gosh, yo. Rose throwing it on the line here, Taylor. $500 cash for the Gage format. For you to do live podcasts from Nats. Oh, Huntress, I hate you can't go to Nats. That sucks. I'm sorry. Our opponent just said they're thinking. No problemo. Show me some Portuguese slurs, Sam. Yo. I think I might make it to Nats. More to follow. Martin, I hope you do, man. If there's something I can do to help, let me know. Also, by the way, guys, I'm not normally a big fan of, like, I don't know, like, so there is a Twitter account called Fab Family Fun, and it is like a dad and their sons and like the family sons, and they all play Flesh and Blood together. Well, one of the kids won a Pro Quest and is trying to come to Pro Tour Vegas, but doesn't have enough money to get there. So I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about running like I'm thinking about having like a donation stream for Mateo to try and help. And we might do like a random Saturday 12-hour stream to try and help like Mateo get to where I give away a bunch of stuff, and Mateo, like, we try to get Mateo some money so that he can go. $500 on Vegas roulette. Yo. I would love for LL or your alternative to return. Let me play that instead of Sage. I think people are slowly getting tired of Sage. Flipped into Black Widow, huh? I really wish there was a world where I could activate and throw the dagger and this. Having the chest is making that kind of awkward. We are going to go 4 into activate Cindra, throw dagger. I think every point of damage matters. Hey, I'm glad you're coming home, baby. We were just talking about how you're still there. I hope the meeting was good. Rose, it's a lot of money. Like, and I say that because I reached out to the family because I want to help, and I think Curly and I are going to, because I would love to help, you know, like this kid Mateo. Like, I would love to like get to meet him at the Pro Tour and to hear this story about him and his mom got to make it to Pro Tour Las Vegas. So I'm hoping that I can help, and I'm thinking we're gonna do like a stream to try and help them get there. I was going to ask Sam how he knew it was me, but all my socials are the same. I mean, I get that. The amount on the spreadsheet, I'm assuming they don't care if I share this information. I don't know, though. I don't want to, like... well, it's quite a bit. We're going to block with Hot Under Hills. I want to try and Arsenal a Sink Below here. I don't know. I'm assuming the family won't care if I say how much it is, but it was roughly, it was a little over $5,000 is what he needed to make it happen. So that's why I was thinking like a fun dono stream where, like, you know, you guys get to contribute to Mateo making it to the Pro Tour. I get to have a long, fun stream where we test and do different stuff. Like maybe we use that as our day to like play a bunch of different heroes from Omens as we've seen more cards and try to help get Mateo to the Pro Tour. The trap, like, I will say that is one thing that the dad told me. He was telling me through Twitter messages that they have to get their travel visa approved, and that's one thing that they are working on. So, You know, I understand it's not all black and white. I'd like to help if I could, you know? Like I love going to these events and meeting people and stuff like that. So I would love to be able to get to see, you know, like their post and talking about Mateo's experience at Vegas. Like I would love that. I'm off of Assassin until Pro Tour. Yo, why are you off of Assassin until PT? Like I'm just curious. I don't feel like blocking with Flamescale Furnace adds any value to our plan. So I'm going to say no blocks, and we're going to give the sink below here. No, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want to sink a card. I mean, knowing there's a display of loyalty on top, I'm going to do my best to not play like I know that, but Saints of the Redback gives them go again. Hopefully it's not something into like Codex. That would be obnoxious. All right, no Codex, please. It's turn 4. We got one with a breaking point earlier. Maybe if I ask nicely, they don't have it in their arsenal. Sometimes you ask nicely and it works out. They get to go to the Pro Tour and one of them wins. Oh, dude, that would be so cool. That would be awesome to see one of them win. Yeah, the ability to, you know, I don't know, like the ability to help them get there would be awesome. I would love that. So I don't know. We might try to put something like that together. We might try to make something like that happen. All right, so let's see. We're gonna go display loyalty second. Okay, so this marks me because this has go again, which is obnoxious, but there's not really a lot we can do about it. Do you want to give another card? I mean, they've given 2 cards, one from hand, one from arsenal. Like, are they going to give me Mask here, or are they going to give another card? Because being up 9 points and them only having 2 cards feels pretty good, but Mario can make some pretty good 2-card plays. Are you going to wear the cosplay in your spoiler video to Nats? I had not planned on it. But I mean, listen, so the whole shtick was, for everybody who does not know, in the month of May, we're doing a subathon. If we get to 500 YouTube members and Twitch subscribers combined, I'm going to do a you guys are going to get to pick my Nationals deck. If we get to 750, I cosplay the hero. So that's where we're at right now. You know, Nathan and Agrablaze are streaming. It has a massive debuff on the games, but I think we're their greatest strength. Y'all think y'all can win games without reading our chats? Yo, no, there's no shot. Chat is too much of a buff for me to win games. Like, you guys are too good. I don't think I could win games without you guys. I have no shame in admitting that. Like, on a real note, I love Nathan saying that because, dude, there are some people who are pretty critical of my plays sometimes, but I think most of the time it comes from a place of people wanting to help, which I really like. I was like, I can't help but feel like this pause has to come from the fact that, like, they have a reaction in their hand. I was assuming second T-Tox. Yeah, Rose, I'll let you know for sure. But yeah, anybody who did not know about the picking my Nationals deck, the month of May is going to be a subathon all May, and I'm going to try and stream more. Dude, if you all manage to get 500 subscribers, I'll play whatever you guys want. We'll vote on any hero. I almost topped a PT without you all. I do not believe that at all. Where's the no problem button? I topped a PT because of you all, is what I believe. This game takes so much brain power to play at a high level. I agree, Sam. I make a lot of bad decisions when. But how did Michael Fung refer to them? Creative decisions. I make a lot of creative decisions when I'm on stream. So I have no competition for Aurora one-tricking Nats. Oh, Abby, I love it. That's so funny. Yo, guys, thanks for hanging out and being here tonight. I know that there's not a lot of things going on in the space right now, like, as far as events and prep and stuff like that. So I appreciate y'all chilling and hanging out. We'll be here playing some games tonight. Oh, when you do something funny and it works out, that's like the best feeling in the world. At least I think it is. Oh, Talashar's lagging a little bit. Maybe I'm lagging a little bit. Who knows? Kind of want them to de-react this. Olympia would be a fun cosplay, actually. Like low-key on God, for real, for real. So Avengers, I keep seeing your name. Is anybody in the chat Marvel fans? And if you are, how do you feel about them re-releasing Endgame this September with different information to set up for the for Marvel Doomsday? Oh, dog, we're never gonna get the time at the gym, Dave. I will say that. We're never gonna get there. Marvel, you, bro. Oh, dude, based, Martin. Based. Cragafilty, Ravenous Rabble for 4. There's a Rabble on top. Curious to see if this gets blocked or not. The funny part is because we have to use this fealty, we do not have the option to play it. I mean, it probably is like a cash grab, right? They are changing in-game to fix the news story. Yes, Rika, 100%. They are. They have confirmed that that is where we are at. Is that they have to change. They're going to re-release in-game with key parts of the story being different. I don't really know where or how yet. But there are key parts of the story that are going to be different to fit into like the new plan for Avengers Doomsday. Is where we're at right now. Discard Shelter here would be blowout. Okay, no discard Shelter. All right, we're not going to get the draw off either of them, but we know we have a Ravenous Rabble in our next hand. No Codex, please. Codex of Inertia is what, off the top? Burning Blade Dance? Do we discard the Ignite? I mean, the Ignite is kind of like what makes this whole turn function, right? We need the Ignite for the Dagger. So if we discard Rabble, this is a 0 for 4 that splits up damage, makes this a little bit better. This is potentially a 0 for 2. There's only like 2 blues in the deck, I'm pretty sure right now. Let me check to make sure. Yeah, there's literally the 1 Throw Dagger and the 1 of Authority, which I think we already pitched this game. So I think we're going to discard the Rabble because we need the Ignite to make this turn work. I'm excited to see more connections. I mean, I'm very excited to see more of it. I'm just skeptical, is what I will say. Like I'm like I can't tell if this is like they're just desperate kind of thing, or if like this is going to be really cool. Because I told Carly that I was very like hung up on what it would look like. Seeing Endgame in theaters was amazing. let me tell you, like, genuinely, when, like, in-game has been out since, like, 2019, so, if, like, spoilers, like, I'm sorry, guys, but when Cap picks up, like, Captain America is my favorite Avenger, like, bar none. When he picks up Thor's, when he picks up Mjolnir, I mean, I lost it. The theater erupted. I was screaming. It was awesome. Yeah, Huntress, I'm sorry. It's been 7 years. You've had 7 years. I'm sorry. I am excited for Secret Wars, too. It's fine, I know. Yeah, Cap is, like, Captain America is my favorite Avenger. He always has been. I don't know. Like, one, I really like Chris Evans as an actor, and two, like, I really like Captain America. I always have. You. Oh my god, that was awesome. Hope your meeting was okay. I do know. I hope you guys got to see Carly doing the crayon dig. And yes, you heard me correctly. I said crayon dig. So, for anybody who does not know, a long time ago when I streamed Magic, I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a long time when I streamed Magic. Do we flick here? Yeah, right? We flick here. Carly, during one of my Magic streams, came up behind me. Hang on. Hang on. I have this big red crayon as a piggy bank. My mom got this for me when I was a kid, and I've just kind of carried it through my life. And Carly just, like, came up behind, like, shaking it like it was a dick one time in the back of the stream, and it's been like a running bit, and we've never done it. She's never done it during one of my Flesh and Blood streams, so. Bruno said I was 6 minutes behind. No, you guys heard correctly. I streamed both Arena and MTGO, Rika. I was mostly an MTGO grinder, I will say. Like, I played a lot of Moto. Moto, like, I did, like, Mana Trader's subscription, and I did a lot of Moto, but I also played a lot of Arena when it became more popular. We are the nowhere generation. What's the difference? MTGO, or Moto, is the original client for Flesh and Blood. And Arena is the newer client that is more of, like, what people would commonly refer to as, like, free to play. But with Moto, you had to spend money to play, and you could just play for free on what works here? We get back a 0 for 4. Like, we get back Blaze Headlong, discard Cut Through, block with Hunt the Hunter, and Mask to cover this up. Actually, we discard Hunt the Hunter and block with Cut Through and Mask, and then we go 4/3/3 with a flick. Get our daggers back. Seems like a good play. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We get to lead on Hunt to the Ends of Wraith, which is insane. Also funny, I'm just now thinking about this. This is the first time we have seen a Hunt to the Ends of Wraith all game, I'm pretty sure. Is that actually accurate, or am I just remembering it how I want to? No, that is accurate. Okay. Yeah. What's up, Luke? Arena is just like Hearthstone when you open and keep cards but no marketplace. Yeah, sorry. I don't really, like, know how to compare it to other card games. Magic and Magic and Flesh and Blood are, like, really my only two card games. Like, I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've, like, played other things here and there, but, like, these are the 2 card games that I would like consider like my competitive games. Yo, Rika, I appreciate that. Confetti! We win! 2-0. Crayons for life? Yo, I love it. I could not get a good hand in the beginning. Yeah, chicken, I got a lot of early tempo that game. Like, there was a lot of early game where I had tempo swung my way, and we were just pushing a lot of offense. So let's see. We played against Mario. I did get to go second. We got the win. Good pressure and lack of disruption got me tempo in the early game. Op only played 1 codex frailty the entire game. Breaking point got a codex early. The breaking point put in work early on in that game for us. Like, there were a lot of situations where, like, if Chicken had had access to that first codex, we would have been in a bad spot. All right, let's go. Raymond, you still hanging out? And if so, do you want to play Hala? Hala at ya, boy. You don't want me to also beat you in Magic? Trust Sam, I would love to play you in Magic, dog. I think we should have a Magic night where, like, it's just the podcast and we just play Magic against each other. Hala, Bladesaint of the Vow. We're gonna make it public. Let's do it. Yo, what's up, Damien? MOTBW. Mark of the Black Widow, I'm assuming. The Mark of the Black Widow, like, I think the persuasive prognosis was obnoxious, but 3-0 on Boost Teklo. Oh, let's go. I do not have a plan for this. I'm assuming we just go second and just try to race. I'm assuming. How does our Dorinthia sideboard look for this? This is an action? Is Warmongers good here? Is Warmongers good in this matchup? What if we cut Shelters and play... We're going second? What if we cut Sink and just play E-Strike? I don't know how I feel about this, but let's try it. Let's try it and see how it feels. Am I going first or second? I'm going second. Hala! Like this hand quite a bit. This lines up well. Okay, so... Okay, so we actually want to... I would like to keep Ronin Renegade in the Snatch here. 2 of the cards I'd like to keep. 2-block Temper headpiece, and then traditional headpiece. And this is Dynamo. Okay, so they're looking to swing twice as much as they can during the game, which, I mean, that checks out. Don't give up a second card is interesting. I mean, it feels like it's probably just worth taking all the cards out of my hand, right? Ignite, Dagger, Ronin, Renegade, Lava Burst. Seems fine. Arsenal to Snatch is probably okay. How do you feel about the DCU? I liked Peacemaker Season 1 and Creature Commandos to some degree, but Peacemaker Season 2 actually terrible. I mean, I have like what I would call hit and miss feelings about the DCU. So a lot of the early DCU TV shows I'm a really big fan of, like Flash, Arrow, like Supergirl. Like, I watched a lot of those shows when they were out. I just enjoyed a lot of them. They were just really good shows in general. So I like those a lot, but I've kind of like stepped away. Batman versus Superman I thought was a pretty good movie. I think Batman versus Superman has a horrible plot, but I liked it a lot. The like comic book style action of, you know, Ben Affleck's Batman was better than most people gave it credit for, in my opinion. So I mean, I like the DCU, but it has its issues like anything else. Like it just kind of feels like it missed the Marvel era, if that makes any sense. Like Marvel was so special to me because it was like I felt like I was getting to experience a lot of that stuff for the first time again, like I did when I was a kid. Like X-Men, like, you know, the Wolverine, Spider-Man, like all that stuff when I was a kid, that like really stuck with me and it was a lot of fun. So I don't know, like kind of feels just a little like it changed a little bit, I guess. Did we let Snatch go? We can block like this and go 3-4-4. Seems fine. There's no clear of Dynamos here. It's worse Marvel. I feel like yes and no. I feel like it's different Marvel. It's like a slightly worse different. Yeah, Damien, I'll be going to Nats. Are you going to Nats, Damien? I assume so. I assume we're gonna get the run back the hot dog video at Nats, bro. Oh, Bluntons are gonna make me cry. I really hope we don't get blown up by Bluntons. What you're saying, and I actually like Batman versus Superman to some degree. It was more meaning of the current DCU. I mean, I don't know. I think it gets more hate than it should, but I don't know if I'd call myself like a big fan, if that makes any sense. I think it gets more hate than it should, but my man said I am running the hot dog back at Nats. You love to see it. For what? So what's worth noting here for anybody? We could like flick the kunai at us to guarantee that it hits and turn on the cut through, but there's no reason to do that. I mean, like if we wanted to play, I guess if we wanted to play around the shelter, we could do that, is what I'm trying to say, but just a cinematic universe is much worse. Now that's fair. That I hear what you're saying there. Like the cinematic universe definitely lacks in certain situations. That's for sure. All right, so they got a second counter. So this is going to be what? They played Edict of Steel and Sharp Incline. So I'm going to take 4 here and 4. And they're going to Arsenal. We're going to pitch Art of the Dragon Blood to Kunai. Okay, no Arsenal, which means we can block with the Breaking Point if we want to. There's also been 2 Command and Conquers gone. I think we can just let the Breaking Point go. So this was what? A 3-card 12? Okay, hey, look, you know, Warriors making above rate plays. It's crazy. Peanut butter on their hot dogs? Yo, peanut butter on their hot dogs could go crazy. Peanut butter on hot dogs could actually go crazy. I'm kind of in for this, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in for this. I mean, listen, as someone who eats peanut butter out of the jar with a spoon, you don't have to twist my arm very hard to put hot dogs on things, you know? Or like to put hot dogs on things, Jesus. To put to put peanut butter on things. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. Chicken, thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good night, man. Damn it, I forgot to mark when this game started. So let's say about 7.5 minutes ago. So if we call that 7 minutes ago, it would have been 1:42. So we're gonna call it 1:42:30. Trying to get these timestamps I keep forgetting about. I'm not going to take any chances. We're just going to go ahead and get a counter now. I think that's fine. So it's 1-3 into Hunt the Hunter. We'll flick at some point, get our daggers back, arsenal the breaking point, and pass. We've already seen 2 Command and Conquers gone, so that's why I'm so okay with just taking 12 last turn, as opposed to blocking 3 at some point. Felt like a perfectly fine play to me. We're going to flick to keep this alive. We do not need an extra resource. How do you block the Hunt the Hunter? All right. I'm imagining we get Paragon Plating in a card. I mean, this does have Mask attached to it. We'd have to draw something pretty good for me to be comfortable. For me to have to be comfortable breaking the leg piece here, but I don't think we would. It'd have to be like, I don't know, like a snatch or something. And even with that much armor, we probably still don't. We get a 2-card block from Raymond, and we just get to. We're going to hope there's no shelter because we drew our 1 blue. I'm imagining we don't have the authority in. We do not have the authority in. It's in our sideboard. So. Okay. Kunai have Retribution. We do not need a resource. Nope, we sure do not. Dagger. This one probably gets blocked by the Dynamo. I actually really like this Dynamo block. Even if there's no potential to swing twice after this, I kind of like this Dynamo block. Plus, Raymond's a very good warrior player, so I know he's going to make good decisions. So I'm normally a smooth peanut butter kind of person, but like you could twist my arm into some crunchy peanut butter. You could twist my arm into some crunchy peanut butter for sure. For sure. I'm a big fan of eating things exactly as they come, like avocados by themselves, for being up cheese and throwing some mustard on it, like crazy stuff. Yo, so I really like guacamole, but I'm not a big fan of like avocados, if that makes any sense. And I know that's like a weird thing because like I'm not a fan of like avocado toast, but I'm a pretty big fan of guacamole. Like I think that's like a pretty weird thing about me personally that's like kind of off a little bit sometimes. But we are the nowhere generation. I listened to a lot of Rise Against today, and it's showing. And to be fair, I listen to a lot of Rise Against pretty much every day. Rise Against might be my favorite band of all time. Guacamole is one of those things that like I did not eat a lot of earlier in life, but I've been like going to town on some guacamole over the last like, I don't know. I would say it's probably not even been that long. Like probably like last 6 months or so. I've been eating a lot of guac. What do we draw here? There's no shot this is correct, right? Like we could snap and throw 5 more and draw a card. I got to see them on my birthday. Zach likes lime juice with his avocado. Yo, bro, Martin, that's crazy. I don't mind lemons in my water, but limes I'm not a massive fan of. Hang on, we got to think about this one for a second. You got to see Rise Against on your birthday? Yo, Gorgo, that's awesome. I'm super jealous. We have bought tickets on 2 occasions to see Rise Against and stream stuff or work stuff has come up and I've never got to do it. I don't know how much I like this, but we're going to go for it. I like not using the intellect penalty. This is also a very good reason why you should just block with equipment in matchups like this early. Matchups that aren't going to like pressure you with these crazy on-hit effects, just give the leg piece early. Most guac has lime juice? Yo, what? Does it really? Dude, they put it on the plate, and I'm just like, num, 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 num. That's just me. Like, that's me with a bowl of chips in front of me. I'm just over here like, oh, yes, this is very good. Thank you. Num, 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 num. Like, I'm an animal, bro. Tear it up. Chips and salsa. Some chips and bean dip, too. I've been, like, Carly and I have been getting a lot of bean dip when we go places lately. It's been a big thing late. The hell does this do? Okay. So you sharpen, put a counter on it. I used to hate avocado, but now enjoy it on other foods. I mean, dude, maybe it's the getting older things. Oh, it helps it from stop it from turning brown. I did not know that. Huh. Oh, dude, I'm a Coke Zero person all the way. There's no questions here for me. I'm a Coke Zero person through and through. Like, through and through. I love some Coke Zero. This hand's kind of buns, though, right? This hand's kind of buns. Okay. We can go to 14. We're going to go 4-4-4-3 Arsenal Oath. It's going to be the plan here. That's currently my plan. We'll see. There's not been a second shelter for a while, so we'll see how this fires back. I've actually never had hummus. Carly might be having a stroke in the other room hearing me say out loud I've never had hummus, but I do not remember ever having hummus once in my life. Coke Zero's your least favorite? So Carly loves Diet Coke. Like, I mean, I swear to God, the woman like will turn into a Diet Coke. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, Coke, like Dr. Pepper Zero is my favorite soft drink. I have it almost every time we record a podcast and every time I'm live. But like Coke Zero is like my second favorite soda. I'm told I'm odd. Do not like hummus, and most people like it. I've never had it, but I mean, you know, like, I mean, I think perception's everything, right? You know, like, we are actually just gonna let our daggers go in Arsenal the Oath and hope that it lines up for us to be able to do well with the fealty next turn. That is currently my plan for this turn. And I don't know if that's a good plan or not, but that's where we're at right now. And then this is 3 with no text. Oh, my favorite soda is Dr. Pepper Zero. It's not even close. Dr. Pepper Zero is like, love Dr. Pepper Zero. Okay. This is an interesting predicament here that we're in. Makes me wonder if Pepsi Max is something people drink over in the States. Here it's the go-to zero drink. So I've had Pepsi Zero a few times. I actually really like Pepsi Zero. I don't know that it is as like Pepsi's just not as popular in the States as Coke is. Like Coke is much more popular than Pepsi in the US. Oh, Dr. Pepper is where it's at. And I love Dr. Pepper Zero because it tastes just like regular Dr. Pepper. Okay. And discard Shelter? Okay. Sure. I mean, this being for 4 means that a 3 block is going to line up really well with that shelter discard. Or not. It's just going to be Sink Below. Okay, Lava Burst, Arsenal to Breaking Point, and we get to set up. Norway has one of the highest per capita consumptions of Pepsi Max globally, with the country accounting for roughly 9% of total global sales. Wow. I did not know that. That is actually a really interesting fact. I agree, Rika. That is a really interesting thing to know. Is there like a... Hang on one second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be... Okay. We have returned. We have returned. 110 million liters a year is crazy. Also, like, what the hell's a liter? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kind of. No, I am kidding. Our opponent's at 6. I mean, we could just block for value, right? Yeah, we can just block for value. I mean, I don't dislike Pepsi, you know? Like I Pepsi's fine. I would prefer... Probably should have blocked with a snatch, I guess. Nah, we're going to hold the breaking point for another turn. There's no reason. Like, what are y'all out here doing? Consuming so much Pepsi. I mean, I can't say anything. I probably consume that much Dr. Pepper by myself on any given year. No, probably not. It's a lot of Pepsi. All right. We're going to play the empowerment before we do anything. Because there is still 1 shelter from the storm left in the deck. And I, like, low-key think I'm going to flick myself here to make it happen. I think I'm okay going to 7. To guarantee that we get that push through. And then this also works with the resource because this gives us our 3rd Draconic Chain Link. What the hell's a leader? Oh, I do get a kick out of saying like random stuff like that like just continues to make Americans sound dumb. I mean, to be fair, there are definitely some things that I am uncultured about. Get a dagger back. We guarantee have a starter next turn. Raymond is at 2. He did not have the shelter, but I think that was a situation where it was 100% better safe than sorry. Having a hand that works with Oath of Loyalty this late in the game is very powerful. Oh, please somebody clip that. Please somebody clip that. All right. Raymond blocking like this tells me that he does not have a shelter to bail him out. Gonna be honest, I really don't think it matters if he did have a shelter. I think we're just like cooking Raymond this turn no matter what. Yeah. I think that was it no matter what there from in that part of the game. Game was pretty close. What was Raymond's AVPT? 13.75 over 8 turns. Had a few turns where he just threatened nothing. I mean, was like blocking efficiently, but like not threatening that much damage. I don't think that Raymond was able to really get enough value out of dynamos that game is one of the like things that stands out to me. Like it did not seem like that was like optimal dynamo value that game. Like throwing the CNC at me. I don't know. We are quite something is very accurate. Also, why didn't it do it? Oh, it did do it. I just didn't hear it for some reason. Wait. You guys, oh, my headset turned off. That's why I don't hear it. Confetti! Yay! Oh, that's so funny. We did get the win. Up didn't get to use dynamos every turn like most warriors with it do. They had an all red hand that hurt their tempo a lot. The all red hand I think was big for us as far as like getting us back into the driver's seat. I do think that helped quite a bit. Like putting us into a good position. I felt like that was a pretty good place to be. Like after like when Raymond's turn kind of like bricked, that felt good. Like the all reds just meant that we were in a position to like have full tempo of the game. Also going second was really big there. We did not have to flick the kunai at ourselves to be able to keep the cut through active, but at that point in the game, I wanted to make sure we were better safe than sorry. I think at that point in the game, by giving up a little bit of tempo. Also, our swaps of coming off of D-reacts and being on a better, more offensive plan into Hala seemed to work out pretty well for us there. No flurry turn 1 also makes sense. That does stand out as well. Guys, thank you so much for being here and hanging out tonight. Don't forget, spoiler video tomorrow at lunchtime. Make sure you check it out. That is at noon. I will be taking my lunch break and hanging out with you all in the chat. So for the premiere so that you guys can watch it, because I'm very excited to rewatch the video after I edit it and everything. So spoiler at 12, podcast on Friday. No stream on Thursday. We are celebrating my sister's birthday on Thursday, so no stream on Thursday. And then we'll probably be back this weekend as well. I'm streaming a little bit since there's some extra time in the schedule. We may just hang out and play some games. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. And if nothing else, I will see you tomorrow for the spoiler video. Take it easy, guys. Full access to